We know that it's another American company that has been noted as woke, and it's time to mourn the loss of Kellogg's and their iconic mascot, Tony the Tiger, because after he posed with trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney at the Tony Awards, a lot of people got really upset. Yeah, of course I'm not upset, and I don't think anybody who's logical is upset. But anyways, here's a completely innocuous incident that set off these conservatives.
I am headed to my very first Tony Awards with Meta. This is my Super Bowl, y'all. That just scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, as you can see, this isn't a brand deal or an endorsement. It's just a funny run-in between two celebs, and it's incredibly wild how upset the right is. Kellogg's mascot Tony the Tiger poses with controversial trans activist Dylan Mulvaney. Kellogg also has a Spirit Day box dedicated to promoting the LGBT agenda to the 5 to 9-year-old children eating Frosted Flakes. Yes, they're coming for your kids. Okay. Is Kellogg's next? Dylan Mulvaney goes blonde and poses with Tony the Tiger at the Tony Awards. And we have this Vladimir Harkonnen, Trump DeSantis supporter, responds with, "Why? I loved your Frosted Flakes. Boycott begins, please." And no one's boycotting Frosted Flakes. Those are injectable sugar tablets. They just need to go straight via IV, but y'all keep making noise. Anyway, another user said a lot of Kellogg cereal is geared toward children using characters like Tony the Tiger. So what do? A photo shoot with Dylan. I'll never buy Kellogg's again. Oh, and thanks for all the food and brands you own on one website. Yeah, absolutely. It's just so incredibly ignorant. It's like, are there not trans children? Also, they need to leave that woman, Dylan Mulvaney, alone. She's just out here being amazing. Anyway, so the award for the most insane freakout definitely goes to Joey Manarino, who wrote a long rant. Check this out. It's just, this is why, the whole little verification thing and giving people longer, it's problematic. If he had to work within a certain limit of characters, it'd all be a better place. Anyway, I ain't reading that trash because it is absolute trash. And apparently Joey didn't do his homework because of course, he didn't realize that Frosted Flakes and Fruit Loops are both owned by Kellogg's, because that's what he said he was going to give up Frosted Flakes for, Fruit Loops, just jackass. Anyway, so now Tony the Tiger is just another target, and Kellogg's is another brand that these ridiculous right-wingers are going after because the individual, Tony the Tiger, stood a little bit too close to someone who is absolutely incredible and happens to be trans.
I mean, it's very clear that their outrage is literally just that Dylan Mulvaney exists. That's it, right? They're angry that trans people exist. So anybody who wants to say, oh, this is about protecting children, what exactly was Dylan Mulvaney doing there that was like, in any way threatening children? It seems like all she was doing is just existing as a trans woman, right? Like that seems really like the only thing she was doing there. So what are you upset about, right? And of course, they're just angry that trans people exist. Also, this happening at the Tonys, I think it's like deeply hilarious because as we all know, conservatives are very concerned about the Tonys. Because isn't that for musical theater? Am I wrong? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like so, oh my God, they made musical theater gay this year. Can you believe what the woke mob has done?
Don't let them touch musicals.
It's just ridiculous, like on its face. These people are gotta be some of the silliest people out there, but they are also once again like deeply hateful. But good luck boycotting Kellogg's. That's like 20% of all dried foods.
Yeah, ain't that true? It's absolutely absurd what we continue to see from conservatives, Trey.
Yeah, it's so absurd. I mean, imagine getting that outraged over something like this. Like genuinely try to imagine it for a sec, especially given the context, like the planet's dying, democracy's crumbling, and you're frothing at the mouth because the cartoon cereal tiger took a picture with an influencer at the theater awards. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And also like, they keep finding more and more things to can't. Just the other day, a hilarious tweet I saw, it says, I'm sorry to report, Cracker Barrel has fallen because like Cracker Barrel put a pride flag on the front porch or something like that. It's like just the gravity with which they announce these things. Garth Brooks has drew their ire this week because he came down on the other side of it. Garth's always been surprisingly progressive. People just didn't realize that. People don't pay attention until it matters to them. But anyway, I don't know what their end game is. What are they going to have left? Like you already pointed out, he's like, I'm going to eat Fruit Loops, not even realizing Fruit Loops is owned by the same company. Like they keep restricting their own freedom to enjoy various things because of wokeism. And before long, they're just going to be like sitting in the dark, listening to like Lee Greenwood and Stranglehold on a repeat, drinking their own pee, trying to get pumped up to watch the new Kevin Sorbo movie, and walking everywhere because Ford's gay too now. Like I don't know. What the end point is supposed to be for this, but it's just all so stupid. It's such a stupid time to be American.
Yeah, very, very much so. And it's interesting because we've had a lot of periods of stupid over time. But these conservatives using children as scapegoats for their hateful, transphobic, homophobic, queerphobic agenda, it's ridiculous. Saying we have to protect the children, they want to take your children. Nobody wants your kids. You don't even want your kids. It's like kids are expensive. I don't want your kids.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.